Attacks on Iran are expanding, with the Trump administration doubling down on airstrikes. But as Fox News reporter Mike Tobin explains, President Trump's options on the ground could be more complicated.
For the sixth straight day, the U.S. escalated its airstrikes on Iran, but now the target profile is expanding. After weeks of threats, President Trump is now ordering the destruction of bridges, roadways, and port infrastructure near the Strait of Hormuz, hoping to cut off resupply routes for Iran's military and pressure Tehran into backing off the Strait of Hormuz.
I think we're going to squeeze the neck of Iranian military infrastructure around the Strait of Hormuz so that they're not able to sustain their attacks.
At the same time, the president could be looking at limited options if he wants to expand the war, with most experts agreeing a land invasion is not likely at this time.
You're looking at strategic targets. You're not talking about a ground invasion of Iran. You can't get there. It's too hard to do. The country is too large.
The stepped-up attacks are also aimed at pushing Iran back to the bargaining table, and the White House says it's working.
They want to make a deal with us because they are suffering devastating blows on behalf of our United States military.
But the Iranians tell a different story. They say they won't resume talks until the fighting stops, and on Friday, they targeted another civilian ship, part of a strategy to maintain control in the Strait of Hormuz.
The passage of vessels is not important to the U.S. The U.S. is not dependent on the Strait of Hormuz, and Trump has announced it many times.
Iran issued a new warning Friday to countries hosting U.S. military bases, threatening crushing retaliation if the U.S. airstrikes don't stop. In Tel Aviv, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
The Department of Homeland Security says it's rolling out new election integrity measures after President Trump claimed foreign interference in U.S. election. DHS Secretary Markwayne Mullin says the new initiatives are designed to make elections more secure, but not everyone is on board. Homeland Security says it has identified hundreds of thousands of illegal voters in just 4 states, and the agency is threatening to cut federal funding for states that refuse to sign on to a new election monitoring program.
We're saying that the machines had to be secured and that your voter registration list needs to be scrubbed. We need to make sure that individuals that are legally able to vote are voting.
Democrats are pushing back against the claims of foreign interference made by the president in Thursday's national address. They say the president may be planning a federal takeover of the 2026 midterm elections.